All right. That's a Saturday night already. Now, I'm actually running behind with preparation because I was doing a couple of things. So I think I'm going to put the AIDS video on. Hey, Megaleech, by the way, how are you doing? Uh, All right, I'm just going to put this on to give me another couple of minutes just to get a couple of things ready. And I'll just take me out altogether. And we'll put AIDS on for a while. What a wonderful touch that is, Hannah. Might, jaw's fallen off. He's got a little bit way to go. Uh, might take him out for now, though. Serve the purpose. Let me get a few things that I needed ready. Some air going. Like, I thought it got less flaring out when it got closer. It seems to have gotten worse. Yeah, that is kind of better. Okay, I'm going to leave it there for now. And get. What can we do? What have we got coming on? Gotta get my video ideas happening. Okay, I need to decide which ones I'm doing tonight. I did kind of decide this. It's Johnny's Dream. Don't have orange juice. Jack Frost Blue. Don't have pineapple juice. Amen Corner. I'd have to go. I can go and get some mint leaves. Okay. Maybe that one. Okay. It's also the recipes you came up with for vanilla slice and iced fofo. There's maybe going to do them in a theme video. Okay, that one wants a ginger liqueur, which I also don't have. The Betty Carter whiskey sherry amaro lemon juice. You know what? I genuinely want to try that one. Might do that. The Betty Carter. What's in a meat hook? Rye punta bears. No, I'm going to do the Betty Carter as sour. Or the arbitrary nature of time, which is a very fun name. Oh, and then I'll make an amaretto whiskey sour. I'll just make 2 fucking sours tonight. Yep, 2 really different whiskey sours. Fuck it, that's what I'm making tonight. So the sweet spot was halfway between what AT's face looking like a penis. Is that what happens at the halfway mark? Okie dokie. Okay. The downside of doing 2 sours is having to rinse out the glass. Do I want to do that? That's a big question. What's the arbitrary nature of time? Rye, aperitivo, cherry. Coin toss, coin toss, coin toss. What's in a whiskey C? Oh, God, I really want to make the whiskey C, actually. Because it just sounds good. Rum, white creme de cacao, and banana liqueur. Also lemon juice. Choices. These, oh God, I always wanted to make the pastry war margarita too. Dang. The choices are just piling up. Wait, what's in the Whiskey Sea? Is that a sour tuna? Yes, it is. Choices that it would make. Saying an American couple has done the most American and bogan thing. Named their triplets Lachlan, Wilder, and Brisbane, because he lived in Brisbane for 6 months. Well, there you go. I tell you who comes up with really interesting names. Filipinos love to come up with really interesting names. A friend I worked with years ago, her name was Meladel, and that is an interesting name. And she goes, "Oh yeah, when my parents moved here, they spent some time in Melbourne and some time in Adelaide, and they couldn't decide which they liked more, and they eventually settled in Melbourne. But when they named her, they wanted to give a tribute to both of the cities they'd lived in, and so she was Mel Adele for Melbourne and Adelaide. Mel Adele. Parents can be strange beasts, quite honestly. So I'm now fiddling with my dried lime garnish. Just because you can. Poor kid's name will be Brisbane Lee. Inadvertently combines Brisbane with Beanley, very bogan town. Beanley, home of the Beanley Distillery, which is the oldest distilling license in Australia. They do make some good rums. Just throwing it out there. But it's kind of not surprising that there's a very old distillery, a rum distillery in a very bogan town. I just realized I don't have my lights on behind me. Where are my controls? Doesn't feel right. Oh, maybe this will help the on-air sign too. Let's see. I don't know. There we go. It did. That's why the on-air sign was acting funny, because my webcam auto adjusts. Okay, so everything's citrusy tonight. I probably don't want to do 2 whiskey sours. I'll do the Whiskey Sea and the Betty Carter, which means I have to go out and get to the fridge to get lemon juice and the sherry. Okay. It's sour night tonight. It was boozy night last night. Did have to learn through them Brisbane means breaker of bones. Good Lord. It is a very metal name. I mean, it's named after an Earl Brisbane or something, so kind of fun that some stuffy lord in England, their name actually means breaker of bones. Some wild stuff. Oh, I should do a more tropical one because I'm wearing this. Okay. All right, so I'm definitely doing the rum one. What are the other ones? Arbitrary nature of time. What was it? A hunter's verdict? That's another rum one. A ginger liqueur. Maybe I should just make rum drinks while I'm wearing this very rum type of shirt. If only I had the pineapple juice, I could make the Jack Frost Blue. I mean, I could fake it. I often fake it, say something's something when it's not. Although, maybe that's an excuse. You know what? I'm going to make a Jack Frost Blue. And I've got to go get a thing of pineapple juice. And the Whiskey C, which has no whiskey in it. Hey, honey, how's it going? All right. Maybe I'll put chickens in charge because I got to go and get a couple things and then start making the videos. I'll make the long one first, or the not short one. Not going to be particularly long. As long as it needs to be, as the actress said to the bishop. Ooh, that's a good pose I got the chickens in, actually. That's not... What do we do? Oh, that's... Sorry, I just think that's a really good pose for the chickens. Steve, hello. Came across it tonight and subscribed. Well, thank you. That's extremely kind. I'm just hanging out doing a live stream, and I'm going to go out and I leave chickens in charge. Rubber chickens. Leave the chickens in charge when I have to duck out and do something. And Strictly Sega, gonna go nuts cocktail making. Nice. Okay, so I'm making some rummy drinks tonight. So I don't know if you got any fruit juices going. And Heine. Oh, nice. Going to the shops on your bike. Good call. All right, I'll just put the banner while I leave the chickens in charge. All right, so, okay, double, triple checking all the things I want to go. If I'm going to make the Whiskey C, I just want lemon juice out of the fridge. And to make the Jack Frost Blue, I want pineapple juice. And probably a light sugar syrup. Oh, I have to go and look and see if... I did make an apple sugar syrup. I've got to go see if it started to grow things. Oh, yes. Blue curacao is just so fun in drinks. Gives it like a light orange sweet flavor, but makes the drink blue. It's so cool when the drink's blue. That's a party drink. Witness. Oh, you think that's what the chickens are saying? They look pretty intense. All right, I'll be back in a sec. Oops, one other thing while we do here. Alrighty, got the things I need. I'm pretty sure sugar syrup's not growing anything. You don't really want the sugar syrup to be growing stuff. No, that's good. Alright. Alright. Close that door so I don't hear noises from the tennis. And where's my phone? Okay, do the Whiskey C first. I have to tell a bit of a story about that. Alright, let's put that there. Oh wait, I'm going to look at... I haven't looked at the recommended serving. Just got to see past the chickens. I'm going to see past the chickens. Okay. Okay, so a cocktail called the Whiskey Sea, served on ice. Now it's going to be opaque. I don't want to waste any of my clear ice on this. So, all right, I have to do something else. I have to go out and get another piece of ice. But that's okay. I'll survive. What did they say for a garnish? Banana chip. I guess that makes sense. It's got banana in it. I don't have any banana chips though. Oh, okay. We're getting there. Working my way through this. Okay, so that's there. Those over there. That here. Let's get everything ready. Okay. Put that in. Stick it in and wiggle it about for a bit. Okay, I'm going to move my chair. All right. Move the light in. Okay, and bring the camera over. Oh, bit by bit, we're getting there. See how it goes. Okay. Okay. Oh man, what a palaver. Okay, so we want an aged Caribbean rum. That'll do. White creme de cacao and creme de vanille. A little bit of a name. White creme de cacao. Nice embossed bottle, this one. Paid extra for it. Yeah. So, and lemon juice. Okie doke. We're ready to go. Get ready and make this. Ooh, very rummy aroma. Okay. What are we doing? 2 shots. Okay, I am running low on some of these rums. I haven't been buying rum. Been buying a stupid amount of whiskey. Thank you. I enjoyed the stream last night too, Strictly Sega. So glad you did. And yes, I think Dr. Abigail was saving her spoons by not being here during the week, but it was a good night last night. The door sounds like the chickens. It kind of does. Okay, let's put this on. Get the mixing glass. That's the shaker in this case. Okay. There we go. And that's a go. And lemon juice. Yeah, that's probably enough. Okay. That's that part. Now put this glass here. And add some ice. Because that's the way we like it. Alright, we're getting there. Okay. Alright, let's do the second half. Gotta shake our booty right down to the ground. Okay. Alright, so that's the making. Now the talking. Okay, that and that. Switch these on. Fucking memory card is fucking with me. Come on. I think I need to get a new memory card. It's a little micro SD in an adapter. Fuck it. See if I remember it tomorrow. Now it's saying the memory card's locked. Jesus Christ, technology. Oh, there we fucking go. Oh, no, wait, that's not what I want. Just doing some framing here. That's about what I want. Okay, that'll fucking do. Got this on. Technology's giving me a hard time. G'day, cocktail lovers. This is a fun little drink called the Whiskey Sea. And one of the fun elements, there's no whiskey in it. So why is it called that? This is essentially a rum sour sweetened with fruit liqueurs. But it's a slightly long description. I'm going to consult my notes just to get this right. This was created in 2023 by Itzel Gracian at the Manor Bar, which is in Montecito, California. And the cocktails on the hotel's menu, they're inspired by novels authored by women featuring female protagonists. And this one is named after Anne Howard Creel's The Whiskey Sea, which is apparently about rum runners. So life can be confusing sometimes, can't it? I think we should give it a taste before I get too confused by what's going on. Ooh, this is sort of a summer by the pool drink, which is still the weather where I am. I can see this really working as a party punch as well. You could probably throw in some fruit chunks in your punch bowl and you'd be on a real winner with this one. Here's how I made it. In your shaker, put 2 ounces or 60 mils of an aged rum, and then half an ounce or 15 mils of white creme de cacao. Follow that with half an ounce or 15 mils of banana liqueur. And we're rounding that out with 3/4 of an ounce, around 22.5 mils of lemon juice. Add ice to the shaker, shake that good and hard for 10 or 15 seconds to chill and dilute the drink, and then strain that into a rocks glass over a big chunk of ice. It's comparatively simple, but using that combination of fruit liqueurs really gives it a little bit extra. There's something going on there. And of course, your choice of rum is going to make a big difference as well. So make sure to use a rum that you like. And honestly, I think it would be very interesting to try this with lime juice. The lemon juice is really nice. Lime juice would be interesting as well, I think. If you wanted to get fancy, you could use a banana chip as garnish, or what else have we got? I mean, always it's just something tropical. I don't really go in for flamboyant decorations, garnishes on my cocktails because, well, I'm not doing it professionally. I'm just going to sit down and drink this. I am going to have a good time doing it, though. So I hope you're having a good time wherever you are. And do take care and do come back. Until I see you again, I will say cheers. All right. Now I'm going to sit down for a while. Put the lids back on the drinks. These on for now. Maybe get a little bit extra out. That's probably mostly water, but I don't mind. All right, oof. Sorry, I've got a little bit of organising to do. Oh, I haven't switched these off. Good Lord. Good Lord, Claude. Okay. Here we go. Okay, chickens, you have done noble duty. Rest, knowing you have... Oh my God, I forgot I adjusted the camera like that. There we go. And we'll switch off the banner as well. Okay, what did I miss? Dr. W saying, noteworthy how much more lively one feels when one isn't constantly managing acute pain. Yes. Sorry, I just missed this bit. It's good because you got the sack of death nuggets cut out of you, which is now a name of a heavy metal band, which is a great name for a heavy metal band. First track of the first album, Cut the Death Nuggets Out of You. Oh dear. Hey Rays, how's it going? I'm not sure what that's in reference to. Oh, is that what Heine said? I thought you were talking physical space. 64 gig micro SD with adapter, $15 at JB's and bargains at Officeworks. There you go. Oh, why the phone is my phone dinging me? Okay, Mrs. Angry wants me to make her a South Side, so I'm gonna do it. Lungs didn't match your brain's intentions with work today. Got to putting pants. Sounded like an obese pug with. Oh gosh, yeah, no. Discretion is the better part of valor in that case, Hannah. Okay. So I just got to make Mrs. Angry a South Side, which means looking up the recipe because I don't know it off the top of my head. Here we are now, going to the south. I get the old Moby track in my head whenever I hear this song. Southside. Gin, lime juice, and sugar syrup. All right. All right. So I just got to go out and get some lime juices. Oh, nice. You're already prototyping. Also, I might bother you to make some more of the layering funnels because I might have broken them. You know. Oh gosh, Ray, you're arguing with people online, group chat, severing ties with them, dealing with idiots in person. Wow. Yeah, dude, you've got the vistas opening in front of you. That's good. Okay, so I'm going to duck out quickly and get some mint leaves and get the lime juice out of the fridge. All right. Senorita. No, well, I made what was essentially a tequila martini the other night. God, it was good.
I think it's actually made gin though.
Oh, okay.
Southside.
Yes. All right, I'm back. No, wait, I can turn this off. Ugh. Just get some mint. I don't know which bit of mint will make the best garnish for Mrs. Angry. All right, kind of half tempted to do this as a video because I don't think I've got a south side on the channel, but I'm just going to make it quickly. Okay. All right, so All right, we'll do this. Oh God, I didn't get the lime juice. God damn it. All right. Got distracted talking to Mrs. Angry. Back in a sec. Now I'm annoyed with myself because I did get the lime juice out of the fridge and I just left it on the kitchen table. Okay, so that dry gin. So many to choose from. Put that in there. What am I doing? Jesus Christ, I'm confused. All right. Lime juice. Maybe a little bit more ice. A little bit more ice, guys. Oh, now I don't even know if I'm going to make another one. We'll see. Okay. Ooh, now my hands smell like mint. Yum. Alright, shaky, shaky. That a good old shake. Yeah, I think that's such a good mint aroma coming off this now. All right, let's give it a go. Oof, maybe I should fine strain that. There's all little bits of shredded mint leaf in there. Although, I don't know, Mrs. Angry might actually like the mint leaf, but responsible, but got my fine strainer here. Alrighty. Yeah, you know what? I don't think I'm going to make another video tonight. Oh my God, I think some little bits of mint still got in. No, those were air bubbles. Mrs. Angry, a garnish to go with it because I'm a fancy boy. Oh. Yeah, I was going to make a whiskey one that had mint in it, but maybe another time. Oh God, that's a lot of back and forth thing. And sit down. Where did I put my cocktail cherries? They're here. Okay. Good job. Okay. Fucking hell. Hey, Justin, how you doing? Ray's lucky you're getting a bit of a break soon. Yes, sorry, I just said that's about the funnels, breakable. I dropped one of them, and let's just say I tested to see if the other one was dishwasher safe, and it isn't really. It's not destroyed, but it's a bit wonky. 32 gig on the phone, 64 internal, haven't touched the sides. Nice. That is not bad at all. Put some orange peel in there just for fun. Yes, no, they're not dishwasher safe. I know that now. Okay, well, I'm bollocksing this orange peeling here, but anyway. Life goes on. Oh, if you want, you got more CDs to go through tonight? Or did you want to do it another time? Because it's a cool idea. I will put the ball in your court of when you want to do it. Saturday night or next Friday night, whatever works. You have a bunch more. I'm getting the vibe. Well, if you want to do it tonight, I'll give you the link. Or, yeah, I say you can save it for next Friday. Do it now. All right. Let's go. Ooh, that's fun. StreamYard introduced a feature where guests can stream to their own destinations. That's interesting. All right, let me know when you've got them and I'll post the link. All right, more left over for next Friday. Nice. Oh no, Hannah, watching a solve sit on TikTok. Workshopping options for dealing with sovereign citizens. Your favorite idea, confirming they're a sovereign citizen, then arrest them for being an illegal immigrant. Yeah. Yes, my preferred method is ignore them because they are weird and creepy people. Oh man, I'm really enjoying that cocktail. Probably more as I have more. Yummy. Oh, Rays. A sovereign citizen is this global thing. I think it started in the US, but it's spread around the world. It's people who, not joking, think they have accurately deciphered the wording of the Constitution that says they're not actually a citizen of the country they're in, subject to the laws of that country. They're saying, like, I do not consent to these laws. I do not consent to be governed. I am my own individual. I am a sovereign citizen. And they get on like Facebook groups and tell each other that they're right and they're geniuses. And they genuinely think it's going to work. You'll be surprised to learn how often it works with cops. The answer is never. But they are colossal self-centered idiots. Not purely for laughing at, like those cops that got shot in Queensland a little while ago when they were, doing a well-being check on a farm. Those people started off with sovereign citizen foolishness and then got into guns and murdering people. So in the TikTok, Aussies pulled over not wearing a seatbelt. Demanded to know the law. Yes. No, I've seen that one. The cop cites the act and the dickhead says, that's an act, not a law. what was interesting to me about that video is the cops have clearly been schooled in how to handle these fucking lunatics. There's a whole bunch of don't escalate, but just get their details, and depending on what they've done, they'll either get a ticket or they might get criminal charges. And yes, soft sits in court fail hard every single time. So, Justin, I haven't specifically... Is that a channel? I mean, there are lots of videos of various people causing major scenes in public, to be sure. So Americans need to realize they pledge an allegiance is blinding. Oh, it's not even that. It's just governments make laws. And when you are residing in that country, only with tiny exceptions, you are subject to the laws of that country. And these fucking fruitcakes. Yes. And as Hannah says, an act of parliament is a law. But it's super weird to me. These fucking idiots expect it to work because they G each other up on Facebook and shit and go, yeah, no, this work. They've got nowhere to go if you say this to them. And the cops and the courts are just like, fuck you, I don't care. Justin, you're going to avoid naming a child Karen or Kevin, but you can never tell. The Karen thing's only a couple years old. Imagine being a reasonable person whose name's Karen. That would suck. All right, so there's the link, Dr. Abigail. I'm going to do, I hope you're ready, Strictly Sega, to do another playlist. Okay, you got Kevin as a middle name. There you go. Well, God, that's another group that can get right up your nose. White college students whose daddy owns something. All right, and here's... Oh, wow, look.
Hi, I'm small.
That's threatening and unfair, isn't it?
Now, I've had to put my camera here because it doesn't reach without the USB dock.
Oh, yeah, the whole thing,
which we discussed earlier.
Yes.
But hi everyone.
Hi, everyone.
You're on my main 4K monitor today.
Oh, nice. Oh God, every horrible blemish for
Oh, I can see everything.
Yeah, that's a worry.
Well, usually you're just on my 1440p monitor, which is still better than high def.
Sorry, Mrs. Angry's on a tear with mint drinks now. I made her a Southside. Now she's going, I think a mojito now. And I'm like, yeah.
Oh, wow.
So I'm going to be making... Actually, I'm going to make one for myself too. Mojitos fucking kick ass.
Fair enough. I'll wait till you're done and then I'll start some CD.
Oh, okay. Alrighty.
Unless you wanted me to do it now, but I mean, you want to be involved, I'm sure.
Oh, I do love to be part of the conversation. This, again, making the mojito is not going to be a...
On your own channel, being a part of your a conversation.
Yeah, what? I know, right? So, soda water. Okay.
Oh, no, it's
all right, this is going to be good. I've actually got nicely flavored soda water out as well. So lime juice.
No, I don't need my reading glasses while you're doing
sugar syrup, mint leaves. Oh gosh. Supposed to do crushed... I don't think I'm going to do crushed ice. I think I'm going to do whole ice. Let me see.
Oh,
Raisy's suddenly going around the twist. I remember stumbling across a box set of DVDs at JB one time, every episode of Round the Twist. And I posted it on the socials and I'm just going, just because I know people who will want this, You can go to JB and get it.
Mm.
Did a road trip on the Great Ocean Road with some YouTubers years ago, like I don't know, 12 years ago. I forget how long ago. An American YouTuber is visiting, taking them on a scenic drive, and they made me stop at the Round the Twist Lighthouse, which is on Great Ocean Road. And there's a video on my channel of them singing the song, and American visitor is going, "Fuck is going on here?"
I remember it's not Round the Twist related, but it's related to that. During
Yeah.
the year 2000 Sydney Olympics, with all the visiting reporters from overseas,
Yeah.
and all the Aussies just yelling out "Aussie, Aussie, Aussie" constantly.
Yes.
And some of the reporters had no fucking idea what was going on. All the Australianisms that were in
Yeah.
play.
Yeah. It can be a bit overwhelming for people.
Yeah.
I think that crossed from being a fun thing to being a bit cringe, the oi 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 thing.
Oh, I don't know.
I think
I
it
didn't
depends on
watch
the
a lot of the
context.
coverage, so I didn't
Yeah.
watch a lot of the coverage, so
Oh
maybe
no, I
I
just
didn't
mean
get
for
exposed to a
myself,
lot of
it's
it.
just like I remember finding it fun at times, and then at other times the people who were doing it were like, "Oh, I don't think I like you."
Yeah. Yeah.
There's
Yeah,
a
that's fair.
weird jingoism to it. Oh
Anyway.
gosh, Mrs. Angry's holding off getting mint for the drink because she's watching the tennis. Apparently, it's championship
Okay.
point already. The women's game
Ooh.
didn't go very long.
Okay. Fair enough. Well, I'll start then.
Yeah,
I'll start.
definitely start.
and
Yes,
we've got a big hit here.
that sounds vaguely familiar. Camina Burana.
It's the whole opera, but they use it in Excalibur.
Oh, okay.
Yes, they use the O Fortuna is part of the overture.
So Ray's claim to fame, they actually filmed Round the Twist at his school. There you go.
Fair enough. And now there was a movie that came out in the early aughts, and it was about rave culture, and it was Australian. It was an Australian rave culture movie. Now there are a few of them. There's one from England, one from the UK, which was awesome.
Yeah.
I forget what it was called, but it was
that the Acid House?
No. What was it called? I'm never never gonna remember. I might. Where's Megaleech when you need him?
I know, he might have it.
Yeah. Have a look for it. But there was also an American one, which was kind of like a 3-part anthology movie.
Okay.
Oh, Megaleech has no idea.
No, we're stuck then. Sorry, Ray's no. I never actually learned the Melbourne Shuffle, I have to admit.
10 great movies about rave culture. Here we go.
Are you going to see if you're on there?
It's got to be on this because it's the movie.
Right.
And like the first pick is like from the movie.
Okay.
Let's see. Human Traffic.
Oh, right.
Human
yes,
Traffic.
I remember that movie. Yeah.
And it's got one of the main cast is fucking when he's young, fucking the guy who plays the Master in David Tennant's run.
Yes, very young. Yes.
Yeah, he's yeah.
Okay,
So anyway,
there was a doco on Melbourne Rave called Melbourne Shuffler. Okay.
So the other one that I was thinking of is a movie called Go. That's from the US.
That's like a teenage version of Pulp Fiction.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, it was. Well, anyway, Australia did one called One Perfect Day, and it was utter crap. It was
Oh
so
no!
bad. It was so bad because
Uh,
the whole message of the movie was drugs are bad, MK.
oh yeah,
Everyone
that's never going to
dies.
work. Yeah.
Oh, we're just fucking awful. Yeah. So, but the soundtrack was pretty awesome. So I
Oh, well,
bought the
that's okay then.
soundtrack. Yep. Oh, and next we have another soundtrack.
Oh wow, Braveheart.
No, I forgot I had this.
Hey,
Well, I'll be damned. I mean, the soundtrack was decent.
I think Ray's has the One Perfect Day soundtrack as well.
Oh, cool. Oh, it's a small world. Oh, look what we have here. More Missy Higgins.
More Missy Higgins. There you go.
This is an album, On a Clear Night. This is the album that um what's it called? Oh God, they're all good. Where I Stand, Steer was the my coming out soundtrack.
Nice.
Where I Stood is a great track. Warm Whispers, not bad. Peachy. Yeah, anyway. So some really good tracks on that. But of course I was a big fan, so
I think Strictly Sega might have gone out to dance. He did say at one point he was
oh no.
going out to get some rum and
He's
blue
not
Curacao.
he's not
So
maintaining
he's not compiling a playlist.
Oh, well, I'll have to. I mean, I can't add things to it, or can I? Hang on.
I don't
I
know.
dropped a CD. Oh.
I don't know how Spotify works.
I can save to my library. I don't have.
Or you could just write a list and give it to him. I don't know.
Yeah, I can't edit it. So, well, I mean, we can wait for Strictly
Or you could
Sega.
wait for him to get back because
Yeah,
Safa says
because you'll love
tennis-
the next
yeah.
CD. The next CD is amazing.
Okay. Oh look, now because you brought it up, Raisy's asking for a coming out story. Is there anything you want to share? Or I understand
look,
if it's private, you've just
a lot of it's private, a lot of it's heartbreaking. But
well,
I will share.
Yeah.
I will share this one anecdote, and this
Okay.
is something I think I've shared it on the stream, but people have probably forgotten it. It's my urinal story.
Right.
I know. Nah, it's okay, Raze. You didn't know. And it was such a long time ago. So, in case people don't realize, I'm a trans woman, and coming out for me was multi-step process. First, reconciling that I'm transgender. Secondly, that I'm into women, and then medical stuff and all that. And anyway, in between one of these stages, I was pre-op, which means I hadn't had any kind of surgical intervention yet. And yeah, I'm not a woman, I'm a lesbian.
Yes.
You want to
get it straight?
that? Yeah, well, I mean, nowadays, hey Bella, sorry, my cat is annoying me. Anyway, so I was
around you actually.
Yeah, so I was planning surgery and all that, and it was on the horizon and it was coming fast, and I was I was having a get together at I first went to this pub down the road with friends, and then we went to this nightclub, and I was there with a partner at the time, and it was full of lesbians, as you do, and a few gay men, a few straight people, but it was ostensibly a lesbian night.
Yeah.
And they happen quite frequently, and
Yeah.
it's fun to have a dance and not be hit on.
Yeah.
So yeah, like a few drinks in, we all needed to go to the bathroom, and then of course, like all the bathrooms at queer events always turn into um, uh, gender neutral bathrooms. They're just
Yeah.
even if they don't sign it like that, that's
It's
just
just
what
how it
they
ends
turn
up.
into.
Yeah.
It just ends up that way, and no one gives a fuck if anyone goes into any bathroom. It just at a gay male event, at a lesbian event, it just works that way. And this is before the age of um PC culture and um what people call woke culture, which is what I call people just respecting
Being
other people.
vaguely decent to other humans.
Yeah, being decent human beings. Yeah. So I was in line because, of course, both bathrooms had the longest line of women waiting
Yeah.
to use the bathroom,
Yeah.
and I'm like standing there with my partner and one of our mutual friends, and I'm like, you know, I could use the urinal if I really wanted to. And it was just like a surface thought because it's incredibly like under normal circumstances, it's incredibly like dysphoric and
Yeah, I can
traumatizing.
imagine. Yeah.
But, you know, I like in a few months I was having surgery, so it didn't really bother me.
Yeah.
No one assumed I was anything other than me anyway.
Yeah.
So my partner just took me by the shoulders and just said, "Yes, you should do
Should
it,
do that.
please, for all of us." So I'm like, empowered. Okay. So I
Yeah.
strolled into, again, ostensibly the men's room, but it was full of
The
women.
toilet that had a urinal.
Toilet that had a urinal, and there was just this giant wall urinal, and
Oh,
there were
yeah.
two cis guys at the wall, at the urinal.
Yeah.
And I strolled up in my dress and just went to it. And first of all, one of the dudes was just so embarrassed he turned away and just couldn't handle it. And the other guy was just like mouth ajar, like, I am so confused right now.
This has taken me by surprise.
And there's a line of chuckling women behind me, just laughing at the situation.
Yeah.
And damn, I miss being able to do that
Uh-huh.
because it's so convenient.
Well, you
It's
can
the
get
one
various
thing I regret.
little attachments. I don't know
You
how
can.
well they work, but they
Some are better than others.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
But yeah, that's my urinal story, and it was pretty awesome.
It's a good one, a good empowering one. You gotta love that. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
uh, and also, speaking of stereotypes, I don't know if it was a nightclub or something, because there's always the chance of someone being on something mind altering, and if
Oh,
they're caught by
yeah.
surprise by something visual, to literally just be going, the fuck?
Well, it was a nightclub, but it wasn't that kind of nightclub. So there might have been the odd person on
Well, there's
something
always
other than
someone.
alcohol, but there's always someone. But
Yeah.
um, chances are everyone was just a bit intoxicated.
Sorry, the uh it just made me think of the brief time when I would go to raves in the early 90s. And you get the thing when you're there for a long time, a thing that happens sometimes is you get into pee synchronization with someone. And
Yeah.
when you're a dude, because you're going to the urinal and you're peeing, another guy's peeing. A bit later, you go and you're peeing, and you realize that's the same guy who was in there before when I was. But you don't make a big thing about it. And then the third time you go in, and it's like, I guess we're pee buddies now. This is because this is like a 6 or 7 hour rave, and it's just like this is
Yep.
just apparently going to keep happening tonight.
Yeah,
Well, there we go. That's one way to meet people.
it happens. Well, Strictly Sega's here.
Oh, right.
So
You are okay.
yes,
So,
so
Strictly Sega, Abigail's going through more CDs.
I'm going through more CDs if you would like to
Add to
tee
the
up
playlist.
the playlist, because I've got plenty for tonight, and I'll save some for next Friday as well.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sorry, that's another bit of toilet sinking. Cokeheads all needing a hit at the same time multiple times during the night.
Oh God.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
So
you were saying
you
I was
make
going to
your
love
drink.
the next CD.
Oh yeah.
Oh, the Ren and Stimpy. I did not know they released an album.
They released an album, and it's totally a rip-off of Abbey Road.
Yes.
And it's I don't know if you can see the track list. It's got all your favorites on it. It's got
Oh, Happy Happy Joy Joy.
it's got
Mighty Nut
Nose
Skipper theme.
Goblins,
Wow.
the Log theme, Don't Whiz on the Electric Fence is one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Royal Canadian Kilted Yaxman, also
Yes.
one of my favorites.
Yes, that was a good one.
Yep. Yeah. But yeah. I was very young, and well, I was 18, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah. So look at that. Star Trek Enterprise.
Oh wow,
Music
the
from
soundtrack
the
to
original
Enterprise.
TV soundtrack.
With that terrible
I
song
know.
that they put on it, but yeah.
Back before they called it Star Trek Enterprise, it was just called Enterprise.
Yeah.
That was in the first and second season, I think.
Okay.
But yeah, the best theme song of any Star Trek series,
Yeah. It is.
followed by Star Trek Voyager. Because, faith of the heart.
Oof.
Gotta have faith
Yeah,
of the heart. Oh, you don't know what I'm talking about, do you?
I know that the theme song is terrible.
It's awesome. You need more faith of the heart, obviously.
Yeah.
It's amazing. It brings me to tears every time.
Good,
Just like, per aspera. Then we've got.
Oh, now I have the Matrix soundtrack somewhere. Is that back when they were mashing up like hardcore bands with electro acts? Or is that an orchestral soundtrack?
This is the orchestral soundtrack, but it's also got some of the actual songs from it. So no, it's actually not. It's the actual music. So it's got Marilyn Manson, Powerheads, and Prodigy, Rob Zombie, Rage Against the Machine, Rammstein. Yeah. So it's not even the orchestral soundtrack. It's just the music from.
Yeah. That was a thing in the 90s movie soundtracks where they team up an electro act and a hardcore act or a heavier act. So, Raze, if you want to watch Star Trek, well, you could watch it in the order it was released on TV. There are websites dedicated to show you this is how the actual chronology of the Star Trek, and it's pretty straightforward, like you would watch Enterprise, original series, Next Generation, and then you hit this point at Next Generation where there's chronological crossovers with Deep Space
Yeah.
Nine and
And
Voyager.
Voyager.
But there are
Yep.
websites dedicated to telling you if you actually want to watch it in the chronology of the universe, this is the order you watch it in.
I would suggest only watching a handful of episodes from the original series because it's a slog and some of them didn't age well.
That's a true
Case
thing.
in point, Space Hippies. That was a hard watch. But also, City on the Edge of Forever. Amazing episode. One of the best ever. So, but if
Yeah.
you want to start somewhere, start with maybe Star Trek Lower Decks.
Oh my
Or
god, that's funny, that show. And
it's
then
so good.
And in terms of live action, because a lot of the live action over the last few years have been divisive. I haven't really hated any of it, but some people have been very vocal about various things. But Strange New Worlds, anyone who complains about that's a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
just
for sure.
extremely good. But there is a mind-blowingly hilarious episode, which is a crossover of the animated series Below Decks with the live-action people. And it's if you've been
It's
watching
great.
Below Decks,
It's great.
it's just beyond funny. It's just
Yeah.
it's incredible.
So
And it's so funny
next
how
CD.
Boimler in real life
Oh,
is so like Boimler in the show.
he kind of nailed
Oh,
it.
that's
So
a
we
good
got
soundtrack. I've got that one.
Pulp Fiction soundtrack.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, a must-have for every teenager in the 90s.
Yeah. Quentin Tarantino actually puts together good soundtracks.
Yeah, he's really good at mixing music into his filmography.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to find like what's my favorite song from it, and I guess Jungle Boogie. I didn't like Girl You'll Be a Woman Soon. Did not like it. Despite the fact that everyone was playing it, and it just pissed me off. I did like Son of a Preacher Man, Dusty Springfield.
He's good at getting really appropriate sort of 60s stuff that fits the vibe of the film really well.
Yeah.
60s and 70s. He actually brings in some really good 60s and 70s stuff.
I forgot I had this too.
Oh god, what's this one? Oh, Wayne's World soundtrack. Wow.
This is the movie that made Bohemian Rhapsody popular for a second time.
Yeah.
Not that it was ever a bad song, but the first, like, it was popular the first time, and then it had a resurgence after this.
Someone did say to me before I saw Wayne's World, they'd seen it, and they were like, "Oh, the Bohemian Rhapsody scene, you'll crack up." And I was like, "Yeah, okay, way to make me not crack up at something to tell me I'm definitely going to crack up at it." And it started, and they're doing the lip syncing, and I'm just like, "What? You're easily amused? You think this is really funny?" But then it got to the head banging bit, and I fucking lost it. That was so funny. These complete idiots in a car, full on head banging, and it was just like, okay, no, now I know why you said I'd laugh at it, because that's actually funny.
Yeah. So yeah. Also, what was Ballroom Blitz by the actual actress in the movie, Tia Carrere? Yeah, was really good. Her cover of Ballroom Blitz was amazing. Geez, I'm just trying to remember what Dreamweaver was on it, of course.
Oh yeah, the one that Garth always hears when a woman looks at him.
Yep. Yep. Anyway, so I've got that noticeable lack of the sequel.
Yeah, I don't even remember. That's I don't even remember what happened now.
Symphonic Star Trek
There you go. There's a-
by the Cincinnati Pops Orchestra. What's on
Ah.
that? Okay. Oh, it's got a lot of stuff from like the movies, like the original series movies.
Oh, okay.
So all
Various themes
from
and whatnot.
so like all of them from like the motion picture to itchy nose. Undiscovered Country.
Okay.
And then it's got some tracks from Star Trek Generations.
Oh, there you go.
Nice. Yeah.
So you just
That's
remind me, I
pretty
hadn't
cool.
thought about Undiscovered Country for a while. That's one of the original cast ones I really like.
Yeah, it's their final
Probably
one.
mostly because Christopher Plummer as a Klingon general.
Yes.
And just when he starts quoting Hamlet as they're going into battle, it's like, cry
Yeah.
havoc and let's fit the dogs of war. Oh, no, that's Henry V. That's not Hamlet.
Yeah. Now, this is a CD single
Ah.
of a band that were a one-hit wonder.
Oh, Supergroove. I remember Supergroove.
I barely remember them, but I got it for $5. So
Yeah. I remember that. What's this track called again?
you got to know it's down
Yeah.
here.
I honestly can't remember the tune, but I remember the act called Supergroove.
Yes,
Strictly Sega. We're doing more music. We thought you were.
Yeah, I thought you were on board.
We're waiting to make
I
sure
can make
you're
a.
around.
Yes,
there's gotta be more on Friday.
There's more on Friday. So I've got some for tonight and some for Friday. And I can make a list out of this case if you'd like, because I can't edit your playlist, which is fair enough. What have we got next? Oh, God. Okay, so when I was a young teenager, I was very influenced by advertising.
Fair enough.
In fact, there's a reason I can't watch late night TV, even to this day, because advertising is just the worst.
Yeah.
And yeah, I've got expensive appliances and expensive makeup because of late night advertising. So this was a CD, an EP that this band put out, and it sounded pretty cool. So I bought the EP. I don't remember how much it cost. Probably not a lot. It was in 1994.
Yeah.
And when I bought it and listened to the rest of it, well, I'll let you figure it out. So this is the band
Remedy
Stone.
Slime.
Remedy Stone.
It looks like slime.
Yeah. And they've done a cover of Signs. Sign, everywhere a sign, from the 70s, I think. Anyway, so the rest of the tracks kind of clues you into what type of band this is.
Heaven the Healer. Oh, they're Christian.
They're a Christian rock band. I got swindled into buying an EP from a Christian soft rock band. Fuck them. It makes a good story.
Yeah.
Makes a good story.
Yeah.
Now what? Oh, a compilation CD.
Australian metal.
Australian Metal 92. Okay, what have we got here? Angel of Death, Depopulation. Tarasmus, Talon. I don't know which ones are the name of the bands and which ones are the names of the songs.
That's how you know it's metal, when you can't tell.
Yeah. There's one that's like Schizophrenia, but the song is called Schizophrenia.
Yeah, no, I've seen that a few times with metal bands too.
Yep. There is a band called Bengal Tigers, Sinister Reflection, Star, Aurora, Sainsbury Road, Dress to Kill. I think they're a female-led, all-female band because their song is called Whiskey Women,
Fair enough.
Allegiance, and Purgatory. And I don't know any of those bands now, so yeah, don't think
That sounds like
they
a class
lasted.
release, that one.
Yeah. Okay, what have
Right.
we got next? Oh, cool. I forgot about this one.
What's that one?
Green Day. Bowling,
Oh, okay.
bowling, bowling, parking, parking.
Okay.
It's not an album. It's music from a concert.
Okay.
It's basically an EP with a bunch of just random songs from a concert.
I was like, a tour release?
Yeah, something like that. But I mean, it's got Walking Contradiction on it. So it's at least past what's it called? Nimrod, the album Nimrod. So,
Okay.
and it's got written on it the tracks and where they were produced, but I'm just trying to find where they recorded them.
Okay.
But I don't have my reading glasses on.
All right, gotta get your reading glasses. I'm just gonna make them.
Okay, I'm gonna keep going.
Yeah, do it.
Because I've got a single, Green Day, When I Come Around, the single.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, because I bought Dookie, but I also bought the single because why the fuck not? And it's got, well, it had some live tracks on it. It's got Longview, Burnout, and 2000 Light Years Away sung live as B-sides, so why not? And singles back then didn't cost much. Oh, bootleg Blink-182 Big Day Out Festival on Australia Day, on Invasion Day in the year 2000. How's that?
Nice.
That is so. Can you see that from here?
I can see that it's red and it's got the Blink-182 on it.
Yeah. So it's basically they've just look, even the CD has been burned and they've got one of those label kits and just pasted a label on it. And yeah, there's no insert. This is literally printer paper. This is great. This is so bootleg. It's amazing. So yeah, this was their Big Day Out Festival in Sydney on January 26th, 2000. And it's a bunch of live music, comments, because they talk about their penises a lot. And yeah, it's a lot of uncensored swearing from the band.
Right.
Oh,
a little bit of this. In fact,
I'll wait till Angry gets back.
All right. I'm gonna do it in two. All right, that's that.
That's cool, Race. That's very cool. I haven't had the chance to see Blink live.
All right.
Oh, you're heading out. Yes, I'm awkward.
All right.
Green Day started after Billy Armstrong quit Rancid. Oh, I didn't know that. The song Radio is actually Billy's song. Cool.
Okay. Just going to give Mrs. Angry this mojito. I'll be back in a sec.
And now, human music. Boop, 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 boop. Yep, just me, dead air. Have you ever felt like this? Boop, 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 boop.
Okay. I'm back.
He's back.
I'm back again. Oh, get Mrs. Angry. She doesn't often ask for 2 cocktails in an evening, but she's in.
Yeah, it's going
She wants
crazy.
some minty cocktails to watch the tennis with.
Oh, you know what that means. It'll be an early finish tonight because Angry's getting lucky. Oh, I just thought of old people sex. Oh, no.
Yes.
Oh,
Okay.
oh.
I often, if someone's unruly, I often threaten, calm down, or I'll tell you about old people sex. This is tonight. It's Abigail's fault for putting the thought in your
Yep.
head.
It's all my fault. Speaking of old people sex, it's the Doug Anthony All-Stars.
Nice.
Live in London from their Dead and Alive tour. Okay, so my favorites. This has got "Throw Your Arms Around Me" in it. Their live
Yes.
cover of that. The Sailor's Arms is one of my favorite Das songs ever.
Yeah.
And there's a song called "I Fuck Dogs," which
Fair enough.
which is actually not. I mean, yeah.
I saw them in probably their first live gigs in Sydney. I happened to be. I was. It's work experience essentially, but it was uni work experience at Triple J in Sydney, and I actually got the job of interviewing Tim, what's his name, from the Doug Anthony All-Stars, and so I got tickets to see their show as well. And so that was like their very early days.
Cool. Tim Ferguson.
I've got their studio album, Icon. I've got that on disc.
Okay, I think I've got that somewhere.
Yeah.
Dennis Leary. Remember Dennis Leary?
Something every edgelord in the 90s had to have. Yeah.
Oh yeah. So it's got the single that he put out, Asshole, and then the rest is just him doing stand-up.
Yeah, I was about to say it's spoken word, isn't it? Yeah.
It's also a stand-up routine that he did live. So apart from that, it's just the single and a stand-up routine, which is not that bad. I guess he only did one song, and then he started to shill for Microsoft, I think.
I don't know. He was pretty good as a stand-up in the 90s.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Weird Al running with scissors. Nice.
Yep. I know. And the cover, the art in the sleeve, because running with scissors, it's got to be an Olympic sport, right?
Yeah.
So there's a whole, like, his band are just like dead with scissors all over.
Is that one of them got scissors sticking out of his head? Or
yes. So it's not focusing properly. But yeah. He's got third place has an eye patch and has blood all over him. Number 2 is holding his eye. Yes, this guy has a scissors sticking out of his head, and this guy has scissors sticking out of his back,
And he just looks
implying
dead.
he just got stabbed in the back. So, and a whole lyric sheet too. So,
Oh, Strictly
Um,
Sega is saying he actually shielded for Lotus.
oh, a skill. He didn't add here in Australia for Microsoft as well.
Oh, let's look at it. Sorry,
He
I
shielded for
want
a
to find
bunch
it
of
now.
things.
Um,
Anyway, favorite songs from this, The Saga Begins, which is from like it's to the tune of American Pie, but it's about the Phantom Menace, Star Wars: The Phantom Menace. Pretty Fly for Rabbis on it. What
okay.
else? I mean, Albuquerque. It's got Albuquerque on it. An 11-minute song about 11 and a half minute song about Albuquerque. Yeah, it was great. Oh,
Okay, sorry.
oh,
I'm just desperately trying to find the old Dennis Leary ads.
oh, that's a quote from the ad, Strictly Sega. It was for Lotus. Okay. Well,
Yeah, no, I'm just looking it up on YouTube. It's
Yep.
Lotus.
Yep. Well, I was wrong. I was wrong on the internet.
Right. Well, lucky that it's not your stream and you don't have to be embarrassed.
Yeah.
I don't have a banner for you.
I get to be not embarrassed by this.
More Weird Al. Alapalooza.
More
Nice.
Weird Al. Alapalooza. So it's got Jurassic Park. Frank's 2000-inch TV was great. What else? I mean, they're all good, but I'm just picking favorites.
Yeah. So I just noticed, like, Safa asked, was that Weird Al one the longest song ever? And as Ray's points out, no, not even close. Because he's saying 40 minutes. I remember when CDs first came out and people realized how many minutes of music you could put on a CD. Brian Eno released a CD that was just one ambient track going for the whole thing. So that was like 79 minutes or something.
Also, fucking Michael Oldfield did Tubular Bells, which was,
and I think that was one piece
long,
but that was one side of vinyl, whereas.
But it was two sides. No, it was both sides. He performed it live as a one long continuous track.
All right, and then it just got used in horror movies because it's awesome horror movie music.
But the thing is, when you go to watch The Exorcist,
yeah,
that theme is only used right at the beginning once, and for a really like innocuous moment. They're just walking down the street, and that's it. But somehow it's spooky.
I
mean, it's great.
Been licensed for more than that. That's the best movie that it's
Could
in.
be.
But it's just, again, it's not threatening, creepy, scary music, but there's just something about the vibe in it.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh God, Joe Satriani. My God.
Yeah.
I could never get into Joe Satriani, but I recognize that album with the Silver Surfer on
Yep.
it.
The Silver Surfer, yeah. So this wasn't a long CD, but it's got Surfing with the Alien was just great. The title track.
Yeah.
And he took inspiration from Marvel Comics, obviously, because
of course.
like on the art is like Galactus's hand.
Yeah.
And yeah. Wasn't it used in Top Gun as well?
Which?
Joe
Tubular
Satriani
Bells.
surfing with the alien.
Oh, right. Okay. Look,
No,
maybe.
not
I don't
Tubular
know.
Bells.
All I remember is the bloody "I'm into the danger zone."
Oh, yeah. Danger Zone. Yep.
What was
Oh,
funny, here's a
cool. Sorry, I
spoiler for
just saw the
people
next
who
thing.
haven't seen the new Top Gun movie. I remember before I saw it, someone said, like, well, I didn't think they could outgay the beach volleyball scene, but they did. And I went, no, they didn't. There's no way they did. And then you watch it and go, no, the beach football scene is actually gayer than the beach volleyball. Which is
Top Gun
and I
3.
just love that Tom Cruise did that because he knows that's what everyone said about the beach volleyball scene, and he's just gone, yeah,
Look,
let's do it.
there have been so many rumors about Tom Cruise being gay anyway. And like he's so untouchable as a person, he probably doesn't give a shit.
Oh,
But
he
I'm
did that scene in Top Gun 2 deliberately.
I reckon Top Gun 3, they'll just be fucking on the beach, and a ball will
Probably.
just roll past,
Yeah,
and that's it.
they'll have to do
That's
it.
the scene. So
Ray,
this CD,
I agree. Top Gun
Oh,
2 is
yep.
solid. Sorry, your CD.
better than Ezra.
I remember
Friction,
them.
baby.
I
Yeah.
don't remember their music, but it's such a recognizable name.
Yep.
I remember better than Ezra.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I know, right? I'm having the same emotions from that. Like, what is their music like? I remember listening to them. I remember the name. And I'm just looking. I don't remember any of the singles from it. So I'm gonna have to re-listen to it. I'm gonna leave it out
Yeah, well,
and
like
re-listen.
how many of those
Well, as
vinyl
a
things
reminder.
did I get that?
Oh, nice.
Oh, Porno for
Porno for
Pyros. Oh my god. This is so 90s, these ones we're going through.
Oh yeah, yeah, totally. So this is before Jane's Addiction, or is it after Jane's Addiction?
I think it's before Jane's. No, it's after. It's after Jane's Addiction. Yeah, Perry
Okay.
Farrell or whatever his
So
name is.
yeah. So yeah, notable tracks: Porpoisehead, Tahiti Moon, um, Good God's Urge. Yeah, there are a few good songs on there. This is back in a day when people bought an album, a CD, or a record because they liked one song on it, and that you're lucky if there were more good songs. That's just how it was.
Holy shit, that was hit or miss. Someone would have a big top 40 hit, and you
Yep.
would buy their album, and it's like, oh, there is seriously not another good track on this album. This is terrible.
Yep. Yeah, I just wasted $30 on
Yeah.
one song. Hootie and the
Oh,
Blowfish.
good God. I still pride myself on, I believe I've never heard a Hootie and the Blowfish song. And they used to go on about it all the time on Friends. And
Yeah.
like they were the coolest thing ever. And I'm like, this is the most privileged white person
yes.
ever.
I only want to be with you was their single.
Was it literally a cover of the old classic, or is it their own song?
I didn't know if it was a cover or not, but it's literally the only song on the whole CD that I know.
Oh, okay. Because I know it was like a classic. Oh, I can't remember when it was first done, but it was how Annie Lennox and Dave Stewart rose to fame. They had a short-lived band called The Tourists who did a cover of "I Only Wanna Be With You," and it's a really good cover.
No. This is a different song.
So it's probably their original song.
Probably an original, just called the same thing. I only want to be with you.
Oh my god, there's a
You'll
new
yeah, you know when you hear
not her newest, but a newish Amy Shark song called "Only Want to Be With You." Really good.
Ladyhawke.
Oh god, Ladyhawke. Nice.
Yeah. Now, I love the art, the cats.
There's a cat.
And this is before she was outed as gay. as well, much to her chagrin. Although it's not a big deal these days. But I fucking loved her music. It's so
Yeah.
awesome. Paris is Burning, Professional Suicide,
Oh
My
gosh, I remember those
Delirium.
ones.
Yep. Yeah. Great songs. I'm gonna. Oh God, I got some homework ahead of me if I want to make a list for
Yeah. Make a list.
this.
Check it twice.
Yeah. Oh no. Oh, if you want cringe,
Yes.
I'm actually kind of afraid to
Oh,
show
that
this
good.
one.
Okay.
Oh, it's so cringy. Because it's not even their popular album. It's the one after their popular album,
Okay.
which I also bought.
Yeah.
Evanescence.
Give Evanescence a bit of a break.
It was because like no one knew at the time, but they're a Christian band. But looking back, because hindsight is 2020,
Yeah.
like how did we not know this?
Yeah.
And yeah, look,
Even
I
in
liked Snow White
retrospect,
Queen.
Evanescence.
I liked Lithium. I think Call Me When You're Sober was okay. This is not even the album with Bring Me Back to Life on it. So I think it's cringe anyway. Your mileage may vary.
But it's not the most hip album ever, certainly.
No. Oh, what is this?
What is
the
this?
hell? Oh, what? Okay, so I bought this at Cash Converters. Oh no. This is the back of the CD.
Oh, Martin Malloy, good lord.
Martin Malloy, the Brown Album. Now this is after like the Degeneration and the Late Show and all that, and when Tony Martin and Mick Malloy went on to host, I think it was on Triple M.
Yeah, it could have been. So.
Yeah, and yeah. But yeah, I know nothing about this anymore. I don't know what's going on with
dodgy comedy albums. Like when I was going through, I might be the only person in Australia who could still reach into a box of records and say, "Look, I've got Ostentatious's LP, not single, his LP."
Yeah. Well, speaking of comedy albums,
anyone else in the country hears it. Oh, the Contractual Obligation album. I like that one.
Yeah, this is a good one.
After showing off all the Monty Python records I do have, I don't have that one.
So, funny story. Well, awful story about this. This was given to me. I was having dinner with my partner and my partner's best friend, and her partner was supposed to come along as well because it was his birthday. My partner's girlfriend's partner, because it was his birthday, and she had a gift for him, and he just didn't turn up. And apparently he'd done that before, and she was jack of it. It was the last straw.
Yeah.
And she just said, "Here, have this. You like Monty Python." And I'm like, I cannot accept this. I cannot, because it's not for me. Like, it's you bought it for your partner. This is just crazy awkward. And then she just said, "Look, please just take it. I'm done." And I'm like, "Oh, what do I do?" And then I looked at my partner and she just said, "I think you just have to take it." And so here it is.
Oh, that's
So,
that's a fun story to go with it. Oh my god.
oh, it was so awkward. But she was so upset, and like, I just like if that helped her, I hope it did.
Yeah. I
Then
think it was the Contractual Obligation album was the one that had one of the really short bits was an announcer going, and now the sound of John Denver being strangled. And you
yes.
came on
And
my
also,
kid.
uh,
Later
yep.
versions of the album that was taken off because he sued or threatened legal action against them.
Oh, did he?
There are versions. There are versions of that release that's not on
Yep.
it. Um,
It's also got "Sit on My Face," I think.
yes, I think it does.
Yes. So here's a banger.
Within
Within
Tampon, right?
Temptation,
Sorry,
the
go ahead.
heart
Go
of everything. Within Temptation are a female-led symphonic power metal band.
on. Okay, I'm on board.
Which is an actual genre.
Yeah,
And the lead singer, they've changed lead singers a couple of times. The
yeah,
current lead singer her name is Floor Jensen, and she's fucking phenomenal. And she's so Amazonian, she could just step on me any day.
yeah,
This, yeah, this one has, oh god, so the artwork is just great, and that's them,
yeah.
and just like
Nice.
they're all like Swedish and Norwegian and
Oh, they would be,
European.
wouldn't they? Yes.
Yeah. Um,
I'm like genuinely am interested because I like finding the weird versions of metal you can get on YouTube. Like I
yeah.
like baby metal, Japanese idol pop
Baby
stars,
metal is
stuff with death
awesome.
metal. Baby metal
Yeah.
rock.
Yep.
And you get weird ethnic ones. There's these Indian guys call themselves Bloody Wood. It's a mash of rap and metal and traditional Indian music. There's
Okay.
the Mongol band The Who,
The
HU.
Mongol. Yeah. Yeah.
They do the throat singing
The
with
throat
heavy
singing. Yep.
metal. It's just like, God damn, this is some stuff right here.
Yeah.
And also
So
the
I'm
fun
just
thing on YouTube, if you start looking up ethnic heavy metal, you just get a whole bunch of different ethnicities heavy metal thrown at you.
Yep. Notable tracks. What have you done? The Heart of Everything. And I think because it's an old album as well.
Yeah,
The Howling, I think, is one of their singles, but
yeah.
yeah, I really like their newer stuff with Fleur. Oh, another MRB Melbourne Rainbow Band live in San Francisco.
Oh, nice.
This is before I joined the band, so I'm not actually on this CD.
But they're your compadres.
Yeah. So they do. I really like the Hounds of Spring off this one,
Okay.
and what else? Yeah, they do a compilation of Disney movies, and yeah, it wasn't
Of
bad.
course they
It
do.
was a good,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, oh, of
Oh, is
course,
that
because
pink?
yes, because like any self-respecting woman in the early 2000s,
Yeah.
early 2010s
Yeah.
had one of Pink's albums. So yeah, I really liked So What. What else? I mean, Funhouse was okay. The title track. I mean, yeah. I listened to the whole CD. It's one of those rare CDs where you listen to the whole thing.
Yeah. I was just looking to see on my phone if I still had photos on my phone. I do have them on social media. Aidsy and I actually saw this exhibition for that album in the city. There was all
Oh,
these
okay.
props based on the album up, and you could pose with it. And we had a very silly time striking various poses. I was thinking if it's
Yeah.
still on my phone, I'll share it on the Discord, but I might not have kept it.
Okay.
But keep going. While I'm
going.
looking down is I'm trying to find the
Yep.
Funhouse
Well,
exhibition.
you won't know this, but this is more techno music. Judge Jules from
Oh
the
no,
UK.
I am familiar with Judge Jules.
Oh, well, there you go. Judge Jules.
Yeah.
And of course, like, they're all compilation CDs, but yeah, nothing rings a bell. But fucking love techno CDs. Oh, DJ Nick Fish, the
I do
Black
remember Nick Fish
Album.
as well.
Nick Fish is from Melbourne.
Yeah.
So yeah. And that is freaking awesome. And Hard Candy Volume 2.
Oh yeah, I
So
remember
this
those
is
as
this
well.
is well, the Hard Candy was the a nightclub in the city
Yeah.
here in Melbourne. And that was this is literally their production. They produced CDs similar to Ministry of Sound, and Base Station had a collab going. Hard
Yeah.
Candy had their own thing going, and they were a lot more doofy than Base
Yeah.
Station. Base Station was a bit more techno-y. I don't know if it's like, this is like hard house techno, and Base Station just played a mix of a lot of things. But speaking of which, Base Station, live
Station.
Jason Midrow, who owned Base Station, and a DJ named Jules. So this is live at Big Bass, which is just live at the club.
Okay.
Yeah. I wasn't actually there when they recorded this, unfortunately. But Jason
Okay.
Midrow was an absolute legend. I mean, he still is, but
Yeah.
and we got another Base Station.
Another Base
Master
Station.
Chaos. Chaos.
I reckon I could. That's like 90s techno. I reckon I could still vibe out to that.
Early aughts. Early
naughties
noughties techno.
Okay.
Yeah. So Master Chaos was hands down my favorite DJ of all time. I fucking loved his work. He had such a great taste in music, and anytime he was mixing a set, anytime he was live on doing a live set, I was there on the dance floor dancing. It was awesome.
Nice.
Now this one, I got signed.
Ooh.
Now you'll notice that it's signed to someone named Rob. Rob borrowed this. Rob was someone I knew. He may or may not, depending on if you're in Minecraft or not, may have been someone who sold various substances for people to use at dance parties. And I lent him this CD, and he disappeared for a bit, and he came back like a couple of months later with my CD signed, and he said, "Happy birthday." And I'm like, "Sorry, I couldn't get it signed for you, but yeah, I got it signed by Nick Fish."
Which is good.
And yeah, this is live in Berlin, this CD. And it fucking rocks. And I love that it's signed to Rob.
To Rob, yeah.
Oh, now ready for a change of pace?
Yes.
Ready to switch things up?
Yeah, let's
change gears. We're like changing gears, record scratch.
Oh, the chords! But the chords are delightful. They're
awesome. I'm not saying it's bad. It's just so different.
it's a
Absolute
It's-
gear shift.
you actually slipped when you were trying to downshift from fifth to fourth, and you're back, and you hear the gears grind, and suddenly you're back in second gear, and
Yep.
the transmission exploded through the bonnet of the car.
Yep. So Heine doesn't like the cause.
Ooh, boo! Say you, Heine.
Oh, pinch. So favorite tracks. I mean the singles: "Forever," "Forgiven Not Forgotten," and "Runaway."
Yeah.
But and "Closer." Is that "Closer"? I'm not wearing my reading glasses.
I just realized what
Could be.
Strictly Sega's
Could also
saying.
be written in Celtic.
Pinched the Baskin Robin blender from an old workplace, and now we can make really good frozen daiquiris. So I mean,
Nice. I have a new blender. I have a new blender because my grandma's old 1970s blender that I got from her finally broke. So I've got this like hardcore blender that I bought, and it's got like a smoothie mixer and everything, and it like crushes ice, and it's just great.
Crushed ice blender drinks are really good. I'm a fan. Oh, Incubus. I remember Incubus.
I don't.
I couldn't tell you a track, but again, the name is super
Yeah.
familiar.
So
what are the name? I might remember them. What are the name of the tracks on it?
Okay, "Privilege," "Nowhere Fast," "Consequence," "The Warmth," "When It Comes," "Drive," "Clean," Battlestar Scratchtacular. I think Scratchlachtica. You get it. "I Miss You," "Pardon Me," and "Out From Under."
Okay. I genuinely might remember some tracks from that if it was played.
Strictly Sega, I will make a list for you because you've been out.
Oh, so it is true. Old appliances lasted for fucking ever. Weezer. Okay, that's back when Weezer were actually
Blue Album. Yeah. So, My Name Is Jonas and Buddy Holly and Undone, the Sweater Song. Yeah, they were all great songs.
They released an album of covers a few years ago, and I was genuinely excited. And I'm going, oh, Weezer doing songs they like. And they were the shittest covers. It's what I'd expect in some suburban beer barn. Absolutely unimaginative, pedestrian set of covers. It was honestly embarrassing to listen to. I was going like, do you guys have any professional pride left? What the fuck is this?
I mean, you can make a great covers album.
I love some covers are better than the original.
Yeah,
and even when they're not better, they can be really interesting to listen to.
Yesterday, Metallica's cover album, Garage Incorporated, 2 CDs of awesome music, and they're all covers.
Yeah, well, one of the ones I pulled out of my vinyl box, possibly the first time I did it, was the Dubbo band, The Reals. They released an album called Neighbours, which was all cover versions of Australian songs. They're all interesting. Several of them are just extremely good. Like the creative way they did the Cold Chisel song "Forever Now" is really good. They've done it. What they did 2 Chisel songs. "Forever Now" is almost done to a waltz tempo.
Okay. God, I need to listen to this.
Yeah. You can probably get it like on, an online streaming thing or whatever.
Yeah.
Trying to think. They definitely did 2 Chisel songs though, but yeah, and actually, because "Forever Now" was written by Chisel's drummer, Steve Preswich, and I think he actually recorded it with them. he recorded the cover with the reels because
Oh, nice.
they must have known each other and gone, I want to do a
Yeah.
cover of this. And he's like, I want to work
Cool.
with you on it.
Fair enough. Well, you ready for the next one?
Yes, let's go. Oh, Violent Femmes. Okay, I don't know that album. When was that album released?
This was where are we? 94.
Okay. What are the tracks? Is there do you remember the tracks from that one?
Well, I've got the track list on the back.
Yeah, I know, but I just meant was there one that you actually anyway, tell us the
anything
track
I
list.
remember. Don't Start Me in the Liquor, New Times, Breaking Up, Key of Two, Four Seasons, Machine, I'm Nothing, When Everyone's Happy, Agamemnon, This Island Life, I Saw You in the Crowd, Mirror Mirror, I See a Damsel, Jesus of Rio. No.
No, okay. Yes,
kind
I
of
American music.
New
I've
Times.
got their debut album on vinyl because it's basically if you were going to parties in the 80s and you didn't go to a party where that album was just played beginning to end, you never went to any good parties.
Yeah. So this is not mine, this CD.
Yeah.
Definitely
Okay.
not mine. I would not spend money on this. I know which ex left it with me.
Pokemon. Oh my gosh.
Music from and inspired by the motion picture Pokemon. I'm just
actually that just makes me think people post an inspirational quote and it's like blah, 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 blah. I know now that you know you're not governed by thing, and then they quote it to Mahatma Gandhi, and you're like, oh, and then I think, no, just joking. This is Mew from the Pokemon movie.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, that's and they literally killed Ash in that, and I was like,
I don't know
intense.
Who's Ash and
okay, so he's the central character. He's Pikachu's trainer. And to save Pikachu, he stepped between an attack from Mew, who's a godlike genetically engineered Pokemon, and it killed him. And you're watching this kids movie, and the lead character has been killed, but then the tears of all these Pokemon bring him back. And you're literally watching this kids movie, and it's like, oh, they just killed the guy. Jesus.
Unlike, remember the Transformers motion picture from the 80s, the cartoon?
Oh, where they killed Optimus Prime.
Where they killed Optimus Prime and a bunch of the kids' favorite Transformers, like the characters, and the only tears were from the kids in the audience, and that didn't bring anyone back because the point of the entire movie was to shelve a whole line of toys and start producing a whole bunch of new toys.
Yeah, and they didn't realize how they were traumatizing the audience by doing it.
Yeah.
Oh, Strictly Sega's on a mad lyric bend for the Violent Femmes, which I love. Sorry. Oh, wait, what's that? Queens of the Stone Age. I thought I recognized that. Songs for the Deaf. Again, I love the sense of humor.
Yeah. Yes. Well, it's a pitchfork and it's a tuning fork.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I don't know any of the songs on this.
No.
And it's got a hidden track. Remember hidden tracks?
Oh, yes. I've got a few things with hidden tracks.
Can't do hidden tracks anymore.
Yeah.
I don't know any of the songs on this, I'm afraid.
I worry about like the guys from the Queens of the Stone Age because one of their gigs in Europe was like attacked by Muslim extremists who killed people there, and it fucked them up. And like particularly, I think it's like the lead singer is like a raging psychopathic bigot now. It's like I find it hard to criticize you because I think you've been traumatized. You need therapy. He
needs to go to therapy. Yeah,
by a truly horrible event.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I find it very hard to criticize you, but you do actually need therapy because it's turned you into a fucking psycho.
Yeah. Strictly Sega. If you should watch this live stream back to get all the tracks, my favorite tracks, because I don't know if I'm going to be able to go through them all again. I have
Yeah.
no idea what this is, who it is, where this CD came from, or anything about it. This is a total mystery to me. I have no idea what it is.
Coal Chamber. Okay.
I'm
Weird.
drawing blanks. I would never buy this
Yeah.
knowingly.
Yeah.
I
It's like
don't.
someone's left it in your house at some point.
Yeah, like it's another ex has left it here.
Yeah.
It just that's what happens.
It does happen.
Yeah. And okay, so we've got 3 left to go. Ah, love it.
Hold, yes. Oh my god,
Yeah.
that's such a good album. And
This
it was
is such a great album.
it was such
Oh.
a kick in the face to all the dickheads who said she had no talent. She's
Oh,
just Kurt
yeah.
Cobain's girlfriend. And that album,
Yeah.
just
She was
kicked
so talented. Yeah.
such a good album.
Yeah. So this was one of the first CDs that had music videos on the CD. Like you
Yeah.
could put it in your computer and it had music videos in it.
Nice.
Which was pretty revolutionary for the time. But
Yeah.
you've got Celebrity Skin, Awful, Malibu,
Malibu and
Reasons to Be
Celebrity
Beautiful.
Skin were probably my favorites.
Yeah. Yeah, those are my favorite. Fucking Malibu. I
Yeah,
listened to that the other
those are
night
good songs.
and just
Okay, you just made me think of trivia though, like CDs that had music videos on them. I've got a couple of CDs with that, but here's a weird bit of trivia I read. I don't have it.
Yep.
But do you remember sort of weird British 80s pop band the Thompson Twins?
Vaguely.
They had a few hits. They released a 7-inch vinyl where the B-side was a computer program. Because you know how like the old machines, the games would be on tape and whatnot.
Yep.
If you had the right connectors to connect your turntable to a particular sort of computer, the sounds on this were actually computer code, and it would install a simple video game on your computer.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Someone's just said to them, "This is possible." Like I don't know if they saw it's weird that you use cassettes on these computers, and they go, "Well, you know, it's electronic. There's instruction in that."
It's analog to it's the way modems work. It's just analog to digital.
Someone told them you could technically do that with a record. You just code the right sounds onto the record, and they said, "Well, fuck me, we're doing it."
Yeah, no, that's awesome.
That's incredible. Yeah. Freaking love it.
So the last 2 CDs I'm going to do together because they're kind of the same. There's a dance club in Sydney.
Yeah.
That is very, very queer. Very queer friendly. Mostly gay men, let's be real. But it's a hard it's a like trancey kind of techno vibe. So occasionally they would come down here to Midsummer Carnival and spruik their CDs, and I bought a few, and this is a few of them, and they're really good. They're a really great listen.
Yeah, I reckon I'd probably still get into that. I trance techno I was a big fan of. And if I find my other box of CDs, there's a few in there because they weren't in the one that I did find. Things reasonably obscure stuff like Vision 4-5, who I think were Australian. And I do somewhere I've got a disc that came from. It was just a rave. It was just the DJs that were on the night. It was different things. It's no one famous. The night was called Quiddity, which comes from a Clive Barker story, I think. The interconnectedness of all things. And it's funny, I was so in Minecraft that night. That
Oh, yeah.
I was missing stuff that was happening. Like
They-
it was just really good music, and I'm in the crowd going woo woo, and there were laser lights going off, and it was like, oh, put your hands up, and you see the laser lights at your hand, woo, and then at some
Yep.
point, someone sort of tapped me and pointed at the wall, and the laser lights were basically doing an animation around the walls, and I was like, oh well, that's
Nice.
even cooler. I was literally just going, woo, laser lights, woo.
That's awesome. So it
Yeah.
sounds a bit more because there's a thing called Goa trance, GUA. It's GOA, which is just if you're on mushrooms, you're listening to Goa trance.
Because Goa is a place in India where all the hippies like to go.
Yeah, something like that. And yeah, it's just trippy techno dance music, and it sounds a lot like that.
Yeah.
But funny story, I actually have a picture of me taken at an outdoor rave
Yeah.
at Cryal Castle.
Oh God, we've talked about Cloud. Yes. Yeah.
And this is pre-transition, so I was presenting as male, so I'm not going
Yeah.
to show.
Yeah.
I mean,
'cause-
I could show it, but I am just so far in Minecraft in
Yeah.
that photo, just off my head.
Yeah.
And in the photo, I'm standing on because they had these concrete, those concrete rail, the concrete dividers for traffic management and shit.
Yes. Yeah.
But they had those set up in front of the stage, of the main stage. So of
Yeah.
course, what does everyone do? Jumps up on top
Climb
of
up
them
on
and
them,
dances on
yeah.
them. So I'm on them, dancing, just looking out over the crowd. I still have ecstasy flashbacks of that
Yeah.
moment because it was so awesome.
Oof. I remember
Yeah.
of the various videos I've got on my YouTube channel about White Night in Melbourne. One when I'm with AIDSy and we're walking down Swanston Street because at various times
We've
it would
seen
take
this,
you an
yeah.
hour to walk down Swanston Street just because of the density of the crowd. And I've got the camera on a
Yep.
monopod. And there's this one point, oh no, it's like 3 or 4 in the morning at this point, and AIDSy and I are fucking done with everyone and everything. And we're just walking down the street, teeth gritted, going. And I just remember one of my friends who is a real clubber, and he's like, "Lol, why are none of the comments about how fucked up you guys are? Because it's so obvious." But it's you have to have been there yourself because we're not going, "Oh man, I'm tripping, it's crazy." We're just trying to deal with the world, and we're just like,
Yeah.
"Oh."
I unfortunately, good pingers just don't work on me anymore.
Yeah.
Because of my antidepressants, it just kills them.
Oh,
And I've tried, like, I mean, in Minecraft,
in Minecraft, yes.
in theory, I've tried, but they just do nothing. They don't even touch the sides.
In a controlled
Yeah,
scientific
it's such.
experiment that was definitely legal.
Yeah, definitely legal, above board, and purely hypothetical and theoretical
Oh
on
God.
paper.
Okay. I was just having a brief flashback to remember us being in a convenience store and
I remember this.
some lad going like, "Oh, I'm
Oh.
kind of impressed that you're in Minecraft," and I'm like, "The fuck told you that?" And points to who we're with, going like, "Right, going to have words with her." Telling
Yeah.
complete fucking strangers in the 7-Eleven. And you
Yeah,
all got
thanks for
weirded
that.
out because I was like, when these bloody bros
Oh,
came in, I
yes, the
immediately pegged them
bros.
as potentially not great. And so I have to go over and make friends with them now. And you're going, the fuck are you doing? And I'm just going over to these young lads who all had the same fucking haircut,
Yeah.
and almost
Yeah.
the same clothes. And I'm just going,
Yeah, just different colored
"Bros,
clothes. They were all
how's it
Lego
going,
men.
bros?" And
That's the opposite of what you want to do, though.
but again,
Just
as a
leave them the
dude,
fuck alone.
I just had to be their friend to avert the possibility of them throwing punches.
Yeah,
and also
like the
because
time, um, we were both blind drunk heading into the city, and there was just this random dude that
that
you just
one dude, yeah,
befriended and
yeah.
brought with you, and I'm like the whole time like, what the fuck are you doing?
No, well, I was keeping him away from you, but it was also just because he came on and I went, okay, got to be friends with this guy because he could turn really suddenly if I'm not friends with him. But
Also,
it's different
if
for guys, yeah.
if you just leave them alone and don't talk to them, they'll just go on their way.
Oh, we lost him at some point anyway, so
Yeah, I remember the moment because he got sidetracked and I grabbed your arm and said, "Let's go," and just fucked off.
which was the right thing to do. But yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, no, strictly Sega, it wasn't a mullet; it was an undercut. It was really short.
Oh
Uh,
no, they might as well have been all wearing, um, like deck shoes and they all and like carrying tiki torches. They were all white guy.
and I
That
reckon they
trademark.
probably had a really expensive car parked outside or something.
Yeah.
But it's just like,
They all had the same shirt but different colors. They all
yeah,
dress pants.
yeah.
They were the same haircut. It was eerie.
Yeah, yeah. In
Yeah.
summer, they would all definitely wear tailored shorts and pastel button-down shirts. Um,
Yep.
but as soon because there were four of them, and I said as soon as they came in, I just went, okay, if anyone's going to pop off, if anyone's going to cause trouble, it's going to be them. So I have to go over and be their friend right now. And
Yeah.
it just confused them. It confused them and put them on the back foot. And
A little. Yeah.
uh,
But then there was that cool couple who came up to us and they found out about like what we were on,
yeah.
allegedly in Minecraft.
Allegedly in
And
Minecraft.
they just kept asking me lots of questions and what do you what
Well,
that my
their big
defenses were
thing was
down.
I didn't know old people did cool things, and that
Well,
was
they
their
kept
thing 'cause they were
asking
like
me
20.
questions. Well, yeah. They kept asking me questions like about the shrooms,
Yeah.
and because I'm on the spectrum and my defenses were down, my shields were down, I answered them
Yeah.
all, and no one was there to stop me
They were
because
asking agricultural questions, and I was just like,
yes, they were. And you and the other person we were with were also just had shields down,
"Oh, yeah, no, I
laughing
was."
it up. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it was kinda like
So
because you were saying, like, "Oh, it's a bit late, but it seems okay." And I was going, "Don't worry, it'll be fine." And I strode out front like, "Everyone relax, there's a cishet white man here. Everything's going to be fine."
walking down Brunswick Street in the dead of
Shuffling
night,
back.
no one around. Even Perseverance had shut for the
Yeah.
night. And that's saying something because that's a meat market sports bar.
Yeah.
Um,
'Cause I
and
don't
yeah,
remember. This was like 3 or 4 in the morning, and we wanted snacks or something. It's like,
yeah. Wasn't it Halloween as well?
probably. I mean, honestly, who knows?
Yeah. Good times.
Good,
Good
wild
times.
and
Well,
crazy times.
I'm currently working on a project, um, s- uh, um, for my bookbinding
Oh,
thing,
nice.
and when I finish that, I'll finally get started on because now that I'm actually healthy and not in pain every day,
Yeah.
I'm working on projects now, which is cool. And so I'm my next project is going to be some sort of agricultural, mycological
An agricultural
equipment.
endeavor. You're maybe gonna join the
Yes.
National Party. You'll be so into agriculture.
Oh yeah,
You'll join the
yeah, for
National
sure.
Party.
No, it's something that you help to
No, I
facilitate.
know because we did talk about getting the pieces for,
Yeah, and
uh
I've still got them, and they've been in the way ever since. And I've done that on purpose.
You've just been in the way because you haven't done the
Oh,
project.
look, it's a giant, bulky package
Yeah.
that I've left in the way on purpose just to keep reminding me, do the fucking thing.
That you will do the thing at one point. Yeah.
Yeah, but I've got a Trello card with it on there with all the
Nice.
details and all the 3D printing stuff I need for it, and
Nice.
I've got Well,
I'm a
everything I
great
need.
supporter of the agricultural sciences.
Yes, indeed, you are a patron of agriculture.
Yeah. Never let it be said that I hate the man on the land or the woman on the land or the woman with the I don't know what do we even call the devices? What are they called?
I don't know what you're referring to.
Oh well, we've got to put together a thing to facilitate growth.
Oh well, just call me a woman in the sky with grow tents, I
Okay.
guess, and
I think it was kind of like a fish tank or
laboratory
something that
equipment.
grows in.
Oh, like a grow box slash
No, that sounds
terrarium
too fast.
slash.
I'm not going to say that.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to say that on a live stream.
Yeah, no, officer, it's a grow box. Why are you asking? Great.
I don't think. I mean,
Herbs.
what grows in
Sorry?
a grow box? What
Herbs.
grows in a grow box?
Again, if I go to Coles and buy a bag of mushrooms, no one looks twice. So
Mm-hmm.
let's just say it's for spaghetti Alfredo. We're just that's what we're talking about.
Exactly.
Yes, and again, it is not that I'm a weed
Tomatoes.
person, but it's kind of funny how much tomato plants look like weed plants. I think.
Yeah, I know, because I tried growing tomatoes once, and
Yeah.
I mean, the smell is very different,
Yeah.
but the leaves
The leaves have a distinct similarity, which I've always found quite amusing.
Yes. By the way, this first prototype has only 4 minutes left to finish printing,
Oh, cool.
and I printed it like really roughly just to size it all up and make sure everything fits, and I've got some. I'm gonna do the final product in PLA. Oh, sorry, not PLA. PETG.
Okay.
So it's a bit more food safe.
Yeah.
And I don't like PLA's chance. It's a bit too rigid for being frozen over and over again.
I did a YouTube friend of mine, Uncle Pete, who's really into the making clear ice and whatnot. He actually tried 3D printing some molds. I'm not sure what he was using, but they had a tendency to burst.
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about.
He had a couple of attempts and just went, yeah, this is bullshit. This is not going to work.
Yeah.
It does not like pressure. And what you get when you freeze water is pressure.
Yeah. So so this, what I'm making now, is just a prototype. But the final model will be done in PETG, which is a bit more flexible, and I'm thinking a relief channel going up to the top.
Yeah.
But that'll freeze. That'll freeze as well. So it's.
Well, one of the tricks is not overfilling it, because and in a perfect world, you don't even let the stuff in the reservoir freeze, because it's just so much easier to work with if that's still water. But it's super hard to tell. Like when I do it with coffee cups, it's kind of like, okay, this one takes 2 days to do, this one takes 1 day to do. So after 1 day, I'm looking at it going, is that frozen all the way down, or is it? And it regularly tricks me, because like what you want to see at the bottom is some air bubbles, because then you see it's starting to freeze air bubble. But sometimes it looks very cool though. Like one I thought was ready, and I had it out thawing, and then I looked and went, "Oh fuck, no, it's only frozen halfway." So I could
Yep.
see an air bubble moving around there, and I freeze it again. So it was I used this chunk of ice just last night. Actually, it was still a really cool looking chunk of
Yeah.
clear ice. But when
'Cause
you looked closely at it, there was one reasonably big air bubble just sitting in the middle. But there was a line you
yeah.
could actually, if you looked
Oh,
closely, you could see a line with little micro bubbles, and it was like that's where
oh,
it had
nice.
frozen to when I went, "Oh no!" and froze it again. So it refroze, and some tiny air bubbles got caught. It was actually pretty cool.
Cool. Strictly Saber Strictly Saber is obviously listening to Flight of the Concords there.
Yeah, and getting smashed on
Uh,
and like smashed on daiquiris and listening to
Presbyterian
Flight of the
ladies.
Concords is gonna,
Ladies of the world.
yeah. Um, he's obviously
So
doing
yeah,
blender daiquiris, which I like. I do like your classic served up daiquiri. It's actually how I taste test new rums. If I get a new rum, no matter what it is, it's like, what's this like in a daiquiri? And it's so easy to make. You do use the 4-to-1 ratio, 4 parts rum, 2 parts lime juice, 1 part sugar. So it's like you do 15 mils, half an ounce sugar, 30 mils, 1 ounce of lime juice, and 60 mils, 2 ounces of rum. And it's that simple. And you shake it and pour, and it's a killer drink.
cool.
Oh, nice. You're not drunk. You're just typing. You just got into the
Well, there
vibe.
you
There
go.
you go.
Well, I only have one. I checked. I only have one of the ice molds that
Okay.
you also have.
Yeah.
So I can't poke holes in it because I use it.
Yeah. No. I'll bring it like on Friday. We're talking about doing a
Yep.
stream from Dr. Abigail's place next Friday.
Well,
Uh,
ideally, like ideally, I'd have a working version for you, final
Oh,
working version
okay.
for
Well,
you
depending
on
when I wake
Friday.
up and what state I'm in, I might even bring
Yeah.
over the ice mold tomorrow or something. But
Well, I mean, I can walk to Coles and get something.
yeah.
So,
Oh,
but
nice.
yeah, I mean, if you're in the neighborhood, that'd be awesome.
Yeah. And again, that's why I'm not committing to anything because I don't know what time I'm going to wake up or what I'm going to
Yeah,
do tomorrow.
that's
But yeah.
fair.
Oh, no, sorry. I misread that thing. Strictly Sega is drunk and typing. So that's good. Yeah. We're having fun talking. And Dr. Abigail
Yeah.
immediately recognized what you were listening to when you were doing this stuff from Ladies of the World.
Yeah.
Again,
Uh,
I rewatched the TV series Flight of the Concords not that long ago, and it's so creative and it's so its own thing. There's not really anything else like it. Um,
yeah,
and just all that very New
for sure.
Zealand centric humor, but they're in New York, and there were the things like, Kirsten Charles in it, and some of the
Yep.
guest stars who are in it are very funny. Some
I
really well-known
what
comedians.
I haven't watched the entire series back to every show back to back, so I
Yeah.
think I should do that.
It's pretty funny. Just their whole misadventures.
Yeah.
And oh god, what's his name? Who's their boss, the New Zealand ambassador in the show? He's
Yep.
in Our Flag Means Death. I can't remember. He's just so funny
Yes.
because he does all his shit so deadpan. Like he will say the most ridiculous thing, but he'll do it absolutely straight.
Yep.
And
Yep. Yes,
Reese
Reese
Darby.
Darby.
Yes,
Thank you.
thank you. Reese Darby. I'd forgotten his name. There's that one of the ones that really stands out to me is that sometime they're talking about getting the New Zealand Army involved. And it's just this because Reese Darby actually served in the New Zealand Army. And he just throws in
Okay.
this one like, we don't even know who's got the gun this week. It's this throwaway line, and he's just like,
Oh, that's
oh.
brilliant. I haven't seen that episode. Okay, I'm doing it. Opening up Tor, and I'm gonna start a download of
Yeah.
Nothing, because
not
I
drinking any
don't
more
pirate.
alcohol tonight, so I'm
I
just going to eat my cherry.
Oh, you're eating the cherry. Yeah, I don't pirate any kind of
Yeah.
TV shows, so I'm
No.
definitely not
No.
downloading anything that you should
Mm.
need to worry about.
Sorry, those cherries are
Arr.
very yummy. Army hearties. I'm just sailing into a bay. Which bay? No bay that you need to worry about. Botany Bay, for all you know. Yeah, it's 10:30. Yeah, I was just literally thinking, and chilling and whatnot, but
I have to pee.
yeah, well, I'm thinking of just going to bed. So
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
it's 10:30. But done a couple of late nights because Friday was the holiday. Ran late on Thursday and Friday, and I did not have a
Yep.
nap today, which an old man like me needs to. Oh God,
Did
actually,
did you go late on Thursday as well?
oh, only about this late actually. Didn't go much later
Oh,
than
okay.
this.
Sure.
Lunchtime today, Mrs. Angry and I went for a walk along Middle Brighton Beach because there's a really good fish and chip place there. And it's just nice. It was a really nice day walking along the bay. We're sitting down and there's this group. It's like there's a guy who is probably older than me with his elderly parents. Like dad's in a motorized wheelchair with hardly any mobility on it. And we're just sitting there and the dude, not the old dude in the wheelchair, but the son of this group just collapses to the ground having a seizure. And
Holy shit.
and his elderly mother freaks the fuck out. So he obviously is not having seizures all the time. And so we were
Yeah.
all like, hot damn. She's going, oh, someone call an ambulance. So someone's going, yes, I'm calling an ambulance. Okay, we're going to. And they didn't get there particularly quickly, but I think it was the two women who were like retired nurses came past
Yep.
and stayed with them and talked through. And
Yep.
then a paramedic arrived first and looked after, because the seizure only lasted about a minute or whatever. But the guy was not able to talk for a long time. So something was up, and he did. And they eventually said, like, hey, have you been to hospital before? Because we think we should take you to run a couple of tests.
Yeah.
And an actual ambulance showed up, and they got him on a trolley and put him in. But that was a little goddamn drama for the day.
Damn. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's definitely not good, but it's also not the worst that you would get in things like that either. But
Yep.
and what was funny is because Middle Brighton, lots of really old
Yep.
people, and there were like some old people who were like meeting and I don't know, having a walk along a thing. And what was funny is like there was half a dozen or more of them at various points. They all had to make a joke when they got there, and there was a paramedic there. And we heard this joke like 3 or 4 times. They all had to go, "Oh, is that here for you?" And it's just like old people gallows humor. They're just showing up and meeting, and there's a paramedic there, and they go, "Oh, is the paramedic for you?" Like,
Yep.
oh my God.
Yep. Yeah.
So
No, I
what
was worried that they would all say, "Oh, he can't take his piss," or something like that to the guy
No,
who
they would just
collapsed.
all make. I heard this joke so many times of old people just going, "Oh, is this here for you?" Paramedic. It's like that's just classic old people gallows humor right there. It's just,
Yeah. Oh, boomers.
yeah, and yeah, Brighton
Yes.
boomers, the richest boomers in Melbourne.
Oh God. Anyway,
But yeah,
I desperately need to go to the
yeah.
bathroom. Like, I
So
need to pee.
all right.
So
So see you another
I'm
time.
like,
If you're around tomorrow, I'm
yes.
probably streaming tomorrow, but we'll organize for
Okay.
next Friday anyway.
If you are in the neighborhood, please message me.
I will message you. If I'm in a mobile mood tomorrow, I'll message you.
Cool.
All right. Bye.
Bye, everyone. Bye.
Bye. Sorry, I just want to go before I go. You can go and pee. I haven't ended the stream yet.
Oh, okay.
Just because I just want to ask Strictly Sega about the movie
Oh,
he watched.
Chillerama.
I've not heard of it. What's Chillerama? One of the
Funny.
funniest
It's a
horrors
comedy
you've ever
horror.
seen. Okay.
I'll have to check it
I've
out.
not heard of it. I'll have to see if I can find it on something. Chillerama is a very funny horror. An Adam Rifkin film. Okay. All right. Some other for it. Okay. I did just want to say it's 4 short stories. Oh, I like anthology movies, actually.
Oh, yeah, love an anthology movie.
You fell off the chair laughing. Okay, I'm obviously
Yep.
going to. Yes, as with Megalish said, Strictly Sega. Was that on a disc you got, or is it on one of the streaming services?
Anyway,
Or...
I gotta go.
You got to go.
Bye.
I'll see you another time. Bye.
Bye.
Yes, just before I go, Strictly Sega, how do we watch it? Or I could just search. There we go. Watch Chillerama Australia. Paramount Plus. I think I've got Paramount Plus. Chillerama 2011. Can't find anyone. Okay. All right, so you had it on disc. Okay, that's cool. It might be on Paramount Plus. If I remember, I might check. But anyway, I'm going to go bye-byes. Probably doing a stream Sunday night, tomorrow night. That's notwithstanding any unexpected changes, but you'll take care. I'll see you another time.